Welcome everyone, I'm the Depressed Dior and this is Langrisser Mobile. Alright, let's do some awakenings with Isolde. So, where is she? I am blind. Yeah, she's not down there. Can't believe oh, there she is. Alright, so she is 6 stars. Will of the True Dragon is her talent. Increases attack and defense by 25%. Doubles when fighting against dragons, which I don't really fight too many nowadays. After taking action, can choose to gain a type of will. This effect can only trigger again after 2 turns. So every 3 actions or so, you'll be able to pick a will. You can pick Solitary Journey, which makes it so she ignores a guard, just flat out. Resistance makes it increases her skill damage by 25%. Sustenance reduces her skill cooldowns by 1 turn. When possessing all 3 types of will, damage dealt increases by 25% and can act again after attacking. These effects ignore immunity and cannot be dispelled. The act again effect can only be triggered once per turn. So yeah, if you let her build up to full stacks, she becomes pretty much a monster. She'll guard bypass, do tons of damage, have faster cooldowns, and act twice a turn without any additional aid. Yeah, pretty beastly. As for her skills, you're most likely going to be using all of her exclusives. Right now we have 2 of them. Primordial Soul makes her immune to all debuffs and blocks damage equal to 25% of her max HP. And when it gets removed, she'll get reinforcements for 2 turns, which is essentially a passive heal. Cannot be dispelled. Can move an additional 4 blocks and attack again after use. The main use for this is to cycle through your turns faster. Also, you can use it as a gap closer. The fact it can't be dispelled is actually rather powerful, because it pretty much means she can be very bulky as a bruiser type. Awakened Will. So this is one of a multi-skill ability, where when you click on it, it'll pop up 3 options. But the options will start out locked, and the ones that get unlocked are based off which wills you pick up. So if you pick up the one that gives you guard bypass, she gets an attack skill that does 1.4 times damage, and it's considered magic damage. Melee soldiers will also attack, and you can move 3 spaces after making the attack. If you pick the skill damage increasing one, she gets an AoE, point blank AoE that does 0.36 times AoE damage. It applies unable to receive buffs and unable to trigger effects that resist fatal death. In other words, she negates self-resing, and it lasts for 2 turns. Negating the self-res is only effective in PvP though, so it doesn't work in PvE against regular AI mobs. And then if you go with the cooldown reduction will, she gets Draconic Rejuvenescence, which is heals everyone within range by 30% and applies Regenerate, which makes it so every time they take damage they recover 15% of their life. So yeah, really neat support skill, and also additional attack and all sorts of things that are great for it. Yeah, so once she gets her full stacks, she'll have access to all 3 skills and act agains. So she can do combinations like do her scream first to negate your self-res and then beat the tar out of you. She does get access to a bunch of other skills, but honestly they don't matter because the last slot's going to go towards 3C. Soldier-wise, she gets quite a variety. She does get Star Prisma Pegasus, which are awesome. She also gets Stalemane Werewolves, which are probably a little bit more durable. Yeah, they're slightly more durable. And one attack defense increases by that. Okay. Yeah, it's not too shabby. Anyway, and that's pretty much it. Here's the gear. As a dragon, her classes, she can pick infantry or dragon. There's pretty much no reason not to pick dragon. Oh, actually, the whole dragon bonus thing, it does matter in PvP because Bernhardt, SP Bernhardt is actually dragon class, so she can actually just completely wreck him. Anyway, but yeah, her dragon class has access to swords, knives, hammers, axes, light armor, and heavy armor. So she kind of has the full spread there. I went ahead and went with Mimir's War Axe for now. I was considering possibly going for something like Allegiance Blade. Obviously, a common go-to is just go Ragnarok, but I wanted to try to make her a little bit more bulky and have better sustain. Last Rites, of course, for bulkiness, and then Fury Tier, of course, goes great with her move again, act again stuff, and it also gives her more damage. And then this is the accessory I was talking about last video. Gain stats, 5% to all stats, has access to attack and HP there. And after taking action, if she doesn't do any damage, she'll actually get a +2 mobility buff, 100% chance. So she just flat out gets like breezes for free now, which is ridiculous. The only restriction though is this accessory can only go on infantry, aquatics, and dragons. So that's part of the reason why Sword of Light and Shadows, you'll start seeing her being infantry class, just so she can use this particular accessory. Alright, besides all that, let's go ahead and dive right in. The style of the Golden Rain is not everlasting. As the ancient covenant fades into oblivion, I shall silently stand guard over the souls of this realm. And how? Alright. Juggler Renata, and then Aboro. Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. Can I kill you? Oh my god, look at that. What the? Oh, well, that's because of her Awakening Trial, but holy cow, look at that damage. Or that attack buff. Just killed Juggler with a regular attack. Alright, let's go with, I'm gonna take the guard bypassing one. Okay, you're gonna power seal me, that's fine. Alright, can't get move again effects, that's fine. Alright, but this attack has 2 range, so I'll use it. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's do this. There it goes. Alright. From the first stirrings of life to the tumult of the present day, I am the witness, the guardian, and the relentless fighter. Alright. Okay, she's not doing anything special. She's just taking all of her attack skills. And you're taking all of that. Got it. Alright. New combat music. So right now you only take magic damage. Good to know. Alright. Kinda want to let my opponent just come to me, but yeah, all your stuff is not the most useful. Alright, let's grab yeah, let's be able to guard bypass. Okay, you went with She now has access to the heal right now. Alright. Not a huge deal. Alright, we need to deal... Your attack's not magic, right? It is not. What is up with your stats? Okay, you're dealt with. Alright. Oh yeah, also in her dragon form she is flying. Just FYI. Let's go ahead and finish you off. Don't want you doing anything fancy. Dragon breath. Alright. I always thought that death thing was actually fixed damage, but it's actually, I guess it's physical, so not a big deal. We'll take this one. Doesn't really matter, our stats are so high. Makes this pretty simple. Alright, and that's it. Alright, 3C get. Alright, let's grab this. Alright, when triggering talent effect, obtain with will or act again. So yeah, if you have all your wills, it'll trigger off the act again. Your passive from your talent. Anyway, significantly increases the offensive and defensive stats of all mythical realm. In other words, it triggers her faction buff. Her faction buff also increases damage you deal with melee attacks by 15%, while reducing reflect damage by 30%. So yeah, so this 3C, of course, is what provides her the mythical faction buff. As an active ability, it will attack a single enemy, dealing 1.6 times damage. When possessing 2 or more types of will, the enemy will not be able to attack in this battle. So not even first strike. That just completely negates their ability to counterattack. After battle, you deal 0.3 times AoE damage to the target, and enemies up to 3 blocks behind them in 3 straight lines. Upon eliminating enemy, gain 1 random will not already possessed. So yeah, if you happen to get a kill with this early on, you can quickly speed yourself to 3 stacks. Yeah, she's just a monster, and she's in the box. Let's just put it that way. Also, I've almost got her completely maxed out on inscriptions. I just need a few more of these. Also, I'm running. I don't know if anyone saw how much money I had in the last video on the summoning, but I think it was close to 30 million, and now I'm down to about 1.5 million. Part of that's because of Isolde. Part of it is also because I had a bunch of spare materials, so I was getting everyone else a little bit more up to date on their inscriptions. The inscriptions are just a huge money sink, but they definitely help out a lot. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Hero. This is Langrisser Mobile, and I'll see you guys next time.